Hi, I'm Deborah Anderson and welcome to Local Flavor. I'm here in Moreland, Kansas at Aunt Faith's Community Kitchen, and my guest today is Steve Hanson of DeMar, formerly of Loomis, which you may not have heard of because it's in Nebraska, but it's really close to Holdridge where the Swedes live. Are there any Swedes in Loomis?
It's loaded.
Loaded? Okay. And what are you going to make for us today, Steve?
Swedish Rye Bread.
Yum. I feel like I'm also Swedish, so I feel like we're kind of working over Moreland with the Swedes today. So I will hand you stuff as you need it, and you teach us how to make Swedish rye bread. And where did you find this recipe?
This is a recipe from my cousin. She used to cook at the school in Loomis, Nebraska, and she cooked for 39 years, and she made 35 loaves of Swedish rye bread a week, and that's what we survived on. It was so good, and her daughter worked it down to about 3 or 4 loaves for a recipe. So,
yeah, he has 2 recipe books, and in one of them it makes 35 loaves, the recipe, yeah. And the other recipe is for 4.
So we take
Do you need
2
this
cups
on?
of water and turn it to boil, and then we get a half a stick of butter.
Okay. I'll hand you stuff if you want me to.
Half a stick of butter. And then we get another 2 cups of water.
And you're not going to boil this one?
No.
That goes into our mixer?
Yep. Okay, we need sugar.
Hey, at home, Steve said he has a 6-quart bowl, so this is a little bit of a test to see if this one will handle it.
Well, it's a little different from what I'm used to. Use 1.5 cups of sugar. Now you can replace the sugar with a cup of honey.
Okay. That sounds pretty good, actually. There's this kind of measuring cups too if you need them.
Then we need rye flour.
It doesn't smell like rye bread yet.
This is about 1 1/8 cup, 1.5 cups of rye flour.
Steve said he moved to DeMar, well, I don't know if it's DeMar, but in Kansas in about 1990. Have you been in DeMar the whole time?
No, I've been in DeMar since 2000.
2000, okay. Where'd you go before then?
I live in Palco.
Oh, well, that wasn't a very far move. You could probably walk that one, huh?
Yep. Can I have the salt?
Yep. I like that kind of move because then you don't have to rent a truck. He does not use the recipe. This is all in his head. I'm trying to throw in.
Use about 1 teaspoon of salt, and then we need powdered milk. Powdered milk, you use about 1/2 cup.
Yeah, that's 1/2. I like the idea of the powdered milk. If you lived in a town where your grocery store closed at 6, you'd understand how sometimes that you can have on hand all the time.
And then we need the molasses.
Okay, that'll be the sticky one. Here you go. I'm going to get you a spatula just in case.
Molasses is about 1/8 of a bottle, or until you feel like you got enough in there.
It goes out slow, 1/8 of a bottle. I thought he wouldn't dip it very long, but look at that.
Well, I kind of like the molasses.
He likes molasses. Doyle would love this, I bet. He loves molasses too.
Okay. Let's see, do we got everything?
I haven't handed you flour or gluten.
We need the flour.
Okay. Or yeast. I don't know when you put that in.
Oh, there it is. This recipe takes about 10, 11 cups, really.
Wow. Does it matter like how moist it is in the air and that kind of thing? You just kind of go by feel?
I go by feel more than anything.
Mm-hmm. So we're not going to have real pieces of rye, little seeds, because we use rye flour, right?
Yes.
So there won't be rye seeds. When I was a kid, my mom always bought the rye bread with the seeds. And I really thought they were bugs. But this will be great. Well, you said half cup, but you're going to pour some out.
That's all right. Now I put 2 packs of yeast in there.
In this one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, how is Swedish rye bread different from like a marble rye?
It's marble rye, because you're going to have 2 different varieties of flour and stuff like that. This is just kind of a light brown.
Okay. Marble rye is hard to find when you're wanting to make.
I have a hard time finding rye flour. I have to go down to Hayes and
Do you want me to give it any sugar to eat or just leave it?
That'll be good. Yeah, put some sugar in there, yeah.
Well, I don't know where I put it. I gotta feed the yeasties. They're really alive, you guys. It creeps me out. Where do you get it in Hayes, your rye flour?
Dillon's.
Dillon's, okay.
Yeah.
It's so interesting how every grocery store has their little thing. Like I hope I haven't told this story already, but in Norton, they have like where you get your graham cracker crust, they have like a shortbread crust that I love, but I can't find it anywhere in Topeka. So and like, Walkini has the little Mafalda pasta, and I can't find that anywhere else. So every place has their favorites, I guess. That smells good. Now, did she make this just once a week, or did she make it every day?
No, once a week.
Once a week?
And then she never graduated in high school. And so her class always invited her to come back to reunions. And invariably, there was people came up to her at reunions and apologized for stealing her rye bread. And,
stealing it from the cafeteria?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, you said that it was pretty hard because you had to do something in there and smell it cooking.
Yeah, we wrestled in the practice in the cafeteria where we ate, so we had to smell that.
There is nothing as good as fresh bread being baked for a smell. Okay, I think I got most of this dissolved.
Is it rising?
Is it bubbling? I haven't given it a chance. They're probably dizzy. Maybe I hope I got it warm enough. It smells good. So how are we working with the 5 quart? Is it going to make it?
Oh, be close.
So you mixed, is it important that you mix some of the ingredients up first before you put, like you started them stirring before you put in the flour?
Yeah. And then you get that to where it's kind of a dough-like, and then you, when it gets a little thicker, then you add the hot water in there.
The hot water that we cooked on the stove, or
yeah.
This? Okay. Ooh, that is pretty full. He's using the dough hook attachment, right?
Yeah.
So you haven't poured in the hot water yet, you just took it away?
Yeah, I did pour the hot water in.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Okay. Now, is there a magic to the order, or is it just as you think of it?
No, it's just, you put the dry ingredients in first, and then you put the, mix that up with some flour, and then you put the hot water in. And
then you just add a little bit of flour to see until it's right. Mm-hmm. I wonder if it'll mess it up because I got so much water here.
Well, it shouldn't be any problem.
Now, he said that it takes about 4 hours, really, in real life to make this dough, make this bread, because there's 2 rises. After he makes the dough, we let it rise for about an hour. Then he puts it in the bread pans and lets it rise again before he bakes it.
This is a real sticky dough, though.
Probably all that molasses. Oh my gosh, all that pouring, and you really did not use, I mean, the bottle still is only about that much down, so.
Can I have the wheat gluten?
Sure. Sorry, Aubrey, none for you.
Now, I had just about...
He does not measure, he just...
Usually it's about a teaspoon per loaf, and I usually put about 2 in there, because this is a heavy bread.
Uh-huh. And so that'll give it a little more stretch?
Yeah.
That is a lot of flour there. Look how dark it is from the, I'm guessing, the molasses.
Mm-hmm. That's really what molasses gives it the flavor.
Do you feel like that's what makes it Swedish?
No. It's just a recipe that my grandma or my cousin got, and I think it probably came over from Sweden.
So do you think that your cousin made it in like one of those giant mixers that we have here in this building?
Oh yeah, she had one that made the dough for about 35 loaves.
Maybe it'd be even bigger than that one over there. Do you have to use your hands with this at all, or?
Yeah, at home, I usually do that.
He has a little bit bigger one at home, so. Ooh, that is a sticky. Is this, are we needing to add more flour, or is that how it's supposed to be? You said it's
no,
sticky.
it probably add more flour, but I'm trying to get this off.
Yeah. Ooh, we had too small of a pan.
What a girl wants in her home kitchen. Ease of use, flexibility, fun, the latest kitchen design, Frigidaire Professional Real Stainless Steel for fewer finger smudges, a French door refrigerator, convection cooking, and quiet dishwasher. Have the staff at Genuine Appliance in Hayes demonstrate new Frigidaire Gallery appliances to find what you want. Genuine Appliance at 1224 East 27th Street in Hayes. Everything a girl wants.
At Rogers & Associates Insurance, we serve the Midwest. We offer home, auto, commercial, and farm insurance policies and provide solid options for life and health insurance. For those unexpected life events like hail, wind, deer crashes, fender benders, and the little things in between, we can help you ensure what matters most in your life. Let us help you design a plan that meets your needs and budget. Visit us online or call us at 1-800-569-0118 to learn more.
Welcome back to Local Flavor. We got the dough tamed, right, Steve?
Yes.
He didn't add any more. He didn't have to add any more. He just got it all mixed in better. Now we're going to turn it out and put it in the proofer. Now this building has a real proofer, like at a bakery.
Like I said, this is a real sticky dough.
Yeah, it's got molasses in it. Ooh. Oh man. That's special. I'm not gonna touch it. I want to so bad though. It looks kind of like cookies. That's good. You know what? It's good with chocolate. You need to put some flour on top too. Yep, here he comes. Look at that mess. Me? Oh. Do you call this a gluten cloak? Mm-hmm. It's like putting a coat of flour on it.
It gets a little messy, but...
Now, at home, do you have to turn it out like this too, or is
I
your...
do.
Okay. I didn't know if it's because we had a smaller pan.
Actually, this really worked out very nice.
It looks like it's coming together pretty quickly. I always worry I'll get too much flour in it and it won't stick together anymore. How do you know when it's enough?
Oh, it's just a feel.
It's looking kind of like one of those Star Wars people on there.
You think back when Lenora was making this at school.
Yeah.
That's what she did. She mixed her all up, and then she had to knead everything by hand.
35 loaves. We're doing 4. 3 or 4. He said his one of your relatives can get 4, and he only gets 3. Is that right?
Yep. Can I have a can of Pam?
Yeah, sure. Now, what about this dough is telling you it's time? It's not sticking to you?
Well, it's still sticking if you don't put flour with it, everything. But, you know, it's just kind of going by feel. What you're doing is punching down and you're just making a dough.
Years of experience. I think that's why people who make bread all the time, it's really easy for them. And if you haven't, it's a mystery.
So you take this and then you put it in the oven or you put it in a proofer to let it rise.
Now the oven, will it melt?
No.
Because you're only putting it at 110?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, plastic can survive at 110. It gets like that outside.
So how you want to do this, Deb?
We will take a break and we'll let it proof. It's going to go for about an hour. So when we come back, we'll be putting it on our bread pans.
Seems like the world is always changing. And like the weather in Kansas, change is inevitable. Mobile technology improves the lives of everyone, not just those living in a city. Nex-Tech Wireless is right there with you, providing expanded LTE coverage for everything from phones to farm equipment. We are devoted to help Kansas work smarter and live better. Nex-Tech Wireless. Time for something different.
You're an expert at building your company. You know your customers, your books. You live it, eat it, breathe it. Are you also having to wear an IT hat while you're managing hundreds of other things? Those hats could really add up. That's where Nex-Tech comes in. We'll let you be the expert of your business, and we will be your IT department. From cybersecurity to backup, hardware and software, we'll manage it for you so you can keep your business running. Rest easier with Nex-Tech Managed IT.
Welcome back to Local Flavor. We have been proofing this dough for about an hour, and we use the proofer here because it keeps it at just the right temperature and it has water in the bottom to keep it moist. But he at home just uses this bucket. So we are going to form 1 loaf from this. He usually gets about 3 if I listened good. And we don't need more flour.
Nope.
He sprayed his hands with some Pam. Do I need to spray the pan?
Yes.
All right, well, I'm behind.
Well, usually I have it done already and never thought about it.
We'll get her. Now you're punching it down.
Mm-hmm. And that's just about the right size.
All right, this is 1 try, we got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we gotta let this raise again, huh?
Mm-hmm. You put it back in the proofer and you let it raise for half hour, 45 minutes until you get it up to where you want it, and then you bake it at 375 for 35 minutes.
So we will not come back just to show how it raised again. It will be the same height as after it's baked. So when we come back, it will be baked and ready to eat. So thanks for joining us on Local Flavor.
Don't let the weather outside interfere with the comfort of your home. Contact AquaShield Roofing and Construction today for all your home repairs, no matter what the season. AquaShield Roofing and Construction specializes in roofing, siding, guttering, insulation, windows, doors, remodeling, and construction. We offer free estimates, and our customer satisfaction is our priority. Don't put off repairs due to the season. Call AquaShield Roofing and Construction today. Thirsty's Brew Pub and Grill has something for everyone. The front room is now equipped with a large TV for your parties and meetings. The arcade and loaded kids menu makes Thirsty's perfect for your family adventure. The bar has enough big screens to watch the game from any seat. The daily food and drink specials make for a great date. The food is outstanding, but the atmosphere and excellent service will keep you coming back. Check out the menu online or call to make a reservation today. Thirsty's Brew Pub and Grill in Hayes.
Welcome back to Local Flavor. We've been smelling bread bake for about a half an hour. And so let's see, after we made our dough, we proofed it for about an hour.
An hour.
In the proofer. And
put it in a proofer, or if you got an oven, about 110, 120 degrees, and then just shut your oven off and just let it sit in there.
Okay. Then we took it out and you put it into the bread pans.
Yeah, I take it and make about what you think is a loaf and put it in a greased bread pan. And then you put it back in the oven and let it rise again.
And at what temp? About 110 again?
About 110. You do that for anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour to let it rise up. And then you bake it for 35 minutes at 375.
So do you have to wait for the oven to get up to 375 before you start baking?
No, I just go ahead and put it in there. And then I watch it, and when it gets nice and brown and so I know it's done. And I got two types of bread loaves pans. I got the metal one and I got the stone ones. The stone ones are what I really like.
Oh, that probably keeps it from getting too burnt at all.
Yeah, you can watch it really close that way.
Well, they should be about done. So you want to take one out of the oven and we will give her a taste. Look at that one. Now, we'll see how good you did it with the Pam. Very nice. I'll wash this later. We found this bread slicer right here at Aunt Faith's Community Kitchen, so you never know how much easier life is going to be. Yum. Look at the color on that.
Well, that's the bread.
Let's give it a try. You put butter on it always or no?
Yes, I always put butter on it.
And what else? Sometimes you said you put jelly, right? Mm-hmm. And you said you warm it up?
Yeah, I like to put it in the microwave, or if it's not warm, you can put it in the microwave, or I toast it.
Oh, toasted sounds really, really good. Sounds pretty good. You know, it does not look like rye. I was thinking I'd see the bugs in it. It is awesome.
See, Lenora, when she was in school, commodities was butter and peanut butter, so she loaded this up with butter.
Uh-huh.
And that was just so good.
I'll wait for you. Oh, because the school's got the commodities?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did they just have it as a side dish, or did it get made into sandwiches?
Oh, we just got a loaf of bread like that, a slice of bread.
It's so sweet and delicious.
Yeah.
And chewy, like you said. Well, he put a lot of gluten in there. That gives it a little more stretch. That is nice and soft. Very good. You've got to try it. It did take all day, but it's very good. So if you give it a try, thanks, Steve, for showing us. And I've ordered his family cookbook. And you join us next time on Local Flavor.